Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Y'all saw that, right? 192.6. That was pretty cool to see. I can lose some weight. Yes. Oh, I felt so good to see. I stepped on the scale about 3 times to make sure that it was true. So I was 194 yesterday. So I was on point with the food, the diet, the training. So I was fully expecting to at least get under 194, but the last couple times we've been dropping consistently. It only been like 0.2, point whatever, these small little jumps. So 192.6 was quite a shock, but I know it's all, water and stuff like that, but it still feels good. Still feels good to finally see a little movement on the scale. Really gave me a boost for today. So, because the lowest we got last fall was 193.4. So we beat that. So that was cool. So now it falls on me to not mess it up today. So speaking of today, Saturday morning, coming to you from the garage, gonna do my bench box squats today with the yoke bar, and not sure what else we'll do. The reason being, probably might not do some other stuff today. We'll see how I feel. Tomorrow, it's the end of the last 4-week cycle, so we get to retest our maxes. So I decided yesterday that I was going to do that because I had fun with it. So might do a little bench work today, who knows. So we'll see, but going to do the box squats and probably tackle some house projects. So we'll see how it goes. So gonna drink this pre-workout, get warmed up, and have a good one, hopefully.
What is going on, YouTube? Let's review this day 56 training footage. And today was a busy day. We did a lot. I was super pleased with what we accomplished today, and it started right here. Training-wise, I don't, 192, that was pretty crazy. I fully expect to gain a little weight overnight. Don't think that was, I don't really know what that was. That was cool to see, but it gave me a little bit more motivation. If I don't wake up heavier, I'll be really impressed, but that's just a lot to lose in one night. So the weekend, so we're going to do our usual box squat test. I was really getting to where I look forward to these. They're just fun, something different that I don't really hold myself to that high of a standard on, if that makes sense. So last week I think we worked up to like 205 or something like that. I can't remember. Let me check. Yeah, 205. So the goal was to at least hit that, seeing as we're going to test our maxes tomorrow. But warm-up felt good. I didn't film any of that because I knew this would be a longer video with showing some projects we're doing around the house today. We went 45 for 5, or 45 for 3, 95 for 3, 135 for 1, hopped up to 175. We actually did that twice. Wasn't sure if my first set counted, so came back and did it again. Then we jumped up to 200 even. Hit that for a single. The goal, once I hit 175 for 2, I felt good enough that I was like, you know what, I'm going to see if I can't PR today. Changed my mind mid-set because I was feeling pretty good. I thought at a lighter weight that was cool. So we hit 205. I didn't feel terrible with it, or 200, excuse me. So then we hopped up to 210. And this would be the most I've ever done on this. So lifted the safety bars a tad bit higher in case I got stuck.
Yes!
And we hit it, baby.
Oh, that counted.
Then we came down, did our back offsets. We did 135 for 7. So technically we had a PR in both weight and reps today. So normally I do like to do one or the other. So super pleased with this squat session. Did our abs, did some lunges, but overall this was an epic start to the day.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? A little bit later, we finished our training. We finished our journaling, reading, daily stoic, all that kind of stuff. super pumped with today's session. Set the PR on box squats. We lunged. I didn't film any extra work that I was talking about doing just because I did some dumbbell bench, and some shoulder press, some lateral raises, and some bent over lateral raises. Nothing really exciting there. So the rest of the training went good. Lunges felt fine. Super pumped. Hopefully we can get under our new load today. So I'm gonna make the right choices, hopefully. So I've talked before about the channel being more well-rounded, and what we're gonna do today is one of those projects, and not only trying to get 1% better here in the gym, taking care of our home and whatnot like that. So probably long-term viewers of the channel have seen these boxes sitting here for quite a long time. And actually what is in there is curtains. So that's what's on my agenda today. We're gonna put together new curtains for the living room. Our curtain rod and the brackets showed up yesterday, and we're gonna put together a new shelf for the living room. So that's what the next little film's gonna be about. So we're gonna put together these projects for today. It's taken me far too long to get to them, as most projects in here, but we're gonna do it. Gonna move the needle a little bit today. So we're gonna get all our tools and stuff ready to go and hit up this project. So we'll see how it goes.
And here we are getting ready to hang these curtains and curtain rods, but first we got to make a little bit of room. This has been a long time coming. I was feeling industrious, got motivation from the gym, or the training session I should say, and I think frankly this is why we do it right here, that I don't have to have no help to move any of this furniture around. So just moving all this out of our way, clean workspace, or enough area to work in. So I was not doubting my ability to get this done. So, and if anyone lives with animals, you know the drill. You can vacuum as much as you want to, but there's always hair and stuff. So decided to go ahead and preemptively vacuum out our area, so it wouldn't be so bad for when we cleaned up later, because we were going to be messing with the drywall. But first things first, the old curtains and shades have to go down. So the new shades coming up are, we bought from blinds.com, Roman shades, going with the gray, mostly because we were worried about the animals choking themselves in these, and they had chewed on them. They were old anyways, busted up, as y'all saw before. They definitely needed to be replaced, and it felt good to finally get moving on this project. And though, as usual, it took way longer than anticipated, but such is life. So we got the brackets from the old curtain rod down, started taking the brackets from the wall hanging down, all that kind of stuff, just general disassembly. So this handle on the far right side took a little bit of extra coaxing to get out, but I eventually did wind up getting it out. Had to figure out a system because the screws were stripped and stuck in the drywall, but eventually we got it out. Had to kind of wedge it out with another screwdriver and do it, you know, section by section, if you've ever dealt with something hung up in drywall. So then we had to break out the previous blind clips, which you can see, those were white, and they were left up there, and these other blinds happened to kind of fit. So it all needed to be taken down and cleaned up anyway. So we removed these old shades. I'm going to carry them to work, toss them in our dumpster, because I don't want to just overload our trash with that, you know. So we got them all down, brightened up the room instantly, of course, and then chose to take this opportunity to give the windows a good wipe down, so I wouldn't have to go back later. Honestly, felt good to kind of just be in the zone today, taking care of some random stuff. I think it's a little manual labor, not that this is real hard labor or anything like that. Does you good. So, and I want to be well-rounded anyway. So, and this was my attempt to be lazy, if I'm honest. I did want to see if these blinds would just fit in the old clips before I took them down, because I was like, man, that would save me a little bit of time and effort, and we could remove them if I need to. But unfortunately, they didn't fit. So the way these are made was really interesting. It was, you just shoot 3 screws up into the windowsill, which I thought was very interesting. Kind of pumped when I saw that. I didn't know that when we made them, so I thought I was going to have some sort of clips and whatnot, but worked out pretty good. So this is me after they're installed, feeling pumped. They're even. They don't look terrible. Really, I was pleased with the install process. Do recommend these styles if you're interested. So then we had to clean up around the window sill because of all the previous holes from the previous brackets, all that kind of stuff. Got the F1 playing in the background. I was going to put a little spackling in these holes, sand it down, get ready to eventually paint and whatnot. So that's what we're doing here. Nothing too crazy. I did about 2 coats. Some holes were a little deeper. It took a little bit more time to clean up. But I did one, kind of let it dry. Did another, let it dry. Then I went over with a really kind of light sandpaper and just kind of knocked off some of the rough edges of the drywall and a little bit of the spackling. And then from there, Lucy helped me supervise where we were going to hang these new brackets. Kind of wanted to cover up some of the old marks on the wall right there. And then, best I could tell, there's been about 3 curtain rods above this window. So then we stacked our curtain on the rod, got it assembled, all that kind of stuff, made sure it matched. This isn't my first go around, so I've learned a few lessons by now. So then the main goal was just to not rip anything down as we hung it up. The middle bracket is very suspect. Whoever installed some of the previous curtain rods left me a gigantic mess with the drywall, so had to modify that bracket so it would actually be able to be mounted. So I'm not sure if I'll go back and clean up that whole thing because we're going to have to take out some drywall. But curtain rod went up. We adjusted the set screws so everything would sit nice and tight. Everything felt level. Then I locked the curtain rod into place where hopefully nobody's going to pull it down, i.e. the cats.
All right, YouTube, this is the next project. Cat's been chewing on the box. What else is new? So this shelf, I've got to build and assemble, and it's going to go right here.
And this is kind of the shelf build sequence. Nothing too complicated about this. So I still had fun with it. This is my first attempt at a fast forwarded clip, so hopefully it works out, but just kind of wanted to show you all the little tower piece to display our lost family members on it, pet wise. You know, Lucy supervising as usual, let me know everything looks like trash and I'm doing it the wrong way, blah 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 blah. So actually this company, I might actually leave a review. This shelf was pretty cool. So yeah, just kind of fall. There's no actual instructions, it's all picture guided, so but it wasn't too complicated. It seems fairly sturdy, if I'm honest. Already approves, already picked out his spot right there. They even sent little pads on the bottom so you wouldn't scar up your floor. I thought that was nice, not something that I'm usually accustomed to with stuff like that. So it took me a minute to figure out the wiring, but we got it figured out eventually. It's got a 3-way light on it. We got it set up and good to go.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Been a pretty good day, I'd say. So the curtains and shades are installed. Everything's put back together. And then we got our shelf completed for our... Artie's already checking it out, but gonna move Alan and Lulu, and then when Baxter Man, his remains arrive, put them on the shelf here. So they'll be right here on display, I guess. Not in like a proud way, but I thought something like this would be better than adding more shelves to the wall. So we'll see how it goes. Gonna buy some plants or fake plants to put up there too. So overall pleased with today. I think we moved the needle for sure. So it's about 4 in the afternoon, so I got a little bit of work to finish up in the office. Gonna eat, stretch out, enjoy the rest of the night, get ready to max out test tomorrow. So thank y'all for tuning in and watching, and I will see y'all next time.